What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave. And we have a little bit of business to talk about because, as you know, we did do a show the other day talking about Alberto Del Rio's suspension and all of that good stuff about how he was the first to be suspended after Brock Lesnar was given exemption so he can go commit arson or wife beating or DUIs, whatever he wants. And WWE won't care because he makes money, so it doesn't matter. Well, he was not the last of the week. Hell, he wasn't even the last of the day to get suspended because his real-life girlfriend, Paige, would later that same day be suspended by WWE for a violation of the wellness policy, same as Del Rio. Now, we don't know why either one of them has been suspended. No idea. I have a feeling that it's not going to be anything PED related. Just have a feeling it's going to be something personal conduct. I just get that sense. I don't know why. I just do. Or at least I did until another suspension has been announced. I mean, this is crazy. It's number 3 in about 36 hours. And this time it's the most devastating. And I need you all to sit down. Eva Marie, all Red Everything has been suspended, which has led a lot of people to be like, well, it's just another part of their storyline, about her not wrestling. If WWE ever makes their wellness policy like this, part of a storyline, like an addition of Eva Marie not wrestling, so then they have her fail a test, but it's bullshit. And they start making the wellness policy Kayfabe stuff. I mean, it's already full of shit anyway because of the Brock Lesnar thing, but at least right now, that's still only isolated. It's one incident, and it's probably going to be the only guy who falls into that category. I mean, if Roman Reigns was suspended, really anybody else probably will as well. No, Brock is that special case. It's 100% wrong, but it is their reality, and that's just something we all have to live with. However, I can at least stomach WWE and watch it under those circumstances, just barely. Don't judge me too harsh because you're fucking watching it too. But if they start making it kayfabe, using the wellness policy as a kayfabe thing for like Eva Marie, that is when I'm done. I probably could not continue because it's so farcical. It's just disgusting at that point. And I don't think I could actually morally be a part of it. Now, yes, you can say, well, Dave, how dare you get on your high horse in this wrestling industry? Look, there are certain things that I can live with and certain things I can't. And anything that could bring us back to that era, which we're not even that far removed from, of just 40-year-old after 40-year-old, an icon that I grew up watching die in their 40s, I can't go through it, man. The only reason why I'm still really even giving this wellness policy a shred of leniency or even believability is because that trend, at least for WWE primarily worked wrestlers, has kind of slowed down, stopped, and we're seeing a lot of guys go further into their lives, and I'm down with that. I'm cool with that. That is the entire point of everything. Safety, protect your workforce. That's what this is all about. And having as many suspensions as we've had this year, as we have had in 2016, it's disconcerting because it is a lot. I mean, it's technically 7 violations if you include Brock Lesnar, and 9 if you include the Titus O'Neil suspension, which I do believe was under the wellness policy, it was under conduct, and Jerry Lawler's suspension and subsequent demotion, whatever you want to call it. Now, granted, the charges were dropped, but he was still suspended, and I believe that was also covered with the wellness policy. So that's 9 violations. Joey Styles can be considered number 10 because there's a lot of rumor going around that he was fired for something that he was said, or his contract wasn't renewed, whatever the case may be, for something that he said in an interview using, profane language and shit. It's pretty interesting. Brad Maddox was let go for saying something on air that pissed off the back. So it's not, the wellness policy isn't just about drugs. And I think people need to understand that. In fact, recreational drugs, once again, I'll let people know this because most people don't know, recreational drugs are not even suspendable. They're only punishable by fine, $2,500 fine, unless those recreational drug busts are also in conjunction with like an arrest for DUI or under the influence, whatever, a la Jack Swagger a few years back. I mean, those type of situations will warrant you a suspension and apparently a burial of epic proportions. Holy God. It's pretty crazy when you think about it in this context that it does also include personal conduct, which I don't really have a problem with. You're signing your contract to be a part of a big publicly traded company that is becoming more and more, PC or whatever you want to call it. I mean, in some regards, they're more image conscious than they've ever been before. In certain instances, not all, of course. There's always exemptions, always. But it is what it is. I mean, this is a lot of people. Some have been let go, some have not. And the question is, which of these current crop of people who have been tested are going to be gone anytime soon? It doesn't look like Connor's leaving. It looks like he's going to stick it out with the Ascension. And in fact, they might even be getting a little bit more of a push within the SmackDown Tag Team division, which is a good thing. Roman Reigns, obviously, he's not going anywhere. In fact, he's being rebuilt within the mid-card, and he's probably going to be our United States champion after this weekend. Eva Marie, they have a lot invested in Eva Marie. I know that she's very divisive, but she's also very, very attractive. And she's a little bit older. I want to say she's around 30. So they only have a couple of years to really be able to probably capitalize on her. So they're going to keep her around more than likely. They seem to like her work ethic. She does get a lot of high marks for some of the things that she's done in the past year, for trying to get better and all that stuff. Now, we're going to find out exactly how far that has got her reputation, because she might be gone. Who knows? We'll find out very shortly. Paige and Del Rio are the wild cards. We know Del Rio has an opt-out clause in his contract for next month, and it's set to expire in October anyway, from what I understand. He only signed a year contract, so he could be gone, and I would not be surprised with all of this that Paige is probably gone too. I'm really expecting her mom to go apeshit on Twitter at any time, and I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. They've been very quiet about the entire thing. I'm wondering what the whole situation was about, but we may never know. As far as Eva Marie, her numbskull of a fucking husband has already taken to Twitter and said this is unjust, that when the masses find out exactly what Eva Marie has been suspended for, that will be outraged. This guy is fucking clueless. I swear to God. Why can't more non-wrestler spouses understand that they do more damage to their significant others than good? It's unbelievable to me that people will run their mouths like that. But Eva lets them do it, man. I mean, it is what it is. So it's kind of crazy to think that we've had all these suspensions and why. I mean, look, sometimes we just get these in bunches. Who knows? With Adderall and a whole bunch of other things, being tested, that shit's in everything. So who knows what exactly led to a lot of these suspensions, and if they're going to crack down harder. Should the WWE crack down harder on violations, or should they be a little bit more lenient with some of these things? Because, after all, it is a sports entertainment company and all of that. I mean, where do you guys fall on this? Because personally, I think the need for a wellness policy, and maybe even a flat out goddamn union and our governing body or something for wrestling, is not a necessarily bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. We have it for every other job in the world, including acting. I mean, you get arrested, you lose jobs for it. It does happen. You have a drug problem, you're less likely to get booked for another movie role. I mean, sometimes it doesn't matter. Some stars, but we've seen some huge movie stars go through, long stints of not working because they're getting their fucking shit together. And quite simply, movie companies don't want to take on that type of risk. So why should WWE not be, beholden to those same standards. This is a very risky business without the inclusion of, performance enhancing or recreational drugs or simple bad impulses. I mean, it already inherently is a dangerous business for being just sports entertainment. It's already unbelievably dangerous. You don't know what you're doing in there. You get distracted or anything happens to your body or mind to impair your judgment. You can kill somebody. You can get yourself killed. It happens. It's shitty. So where do you guys stand on the entire thing with the wellness policy? Too far, not enough, bullshit, not bullshit, and where should wrestling go from here? Does it need a governing body? Will that inevitably end wrestling? I want to hear from you, so hit me up in the comment section below or on Twitter, Dead on Dave V, at Dead on Dave V on Twitter. Hit me up there as well. Make sure you hit this like button on this video as well. Subscribe to the channel if you've yet to do so, all that good stuff. Make sure you join me tonight live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday the 19th of August, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for your live prediction show for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. We'll be live for that tonight. Please join us for that, and we'll see you a little bit later on. Thank you for joining me. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Keep it copious, folks. Peace.